G'day folks, I thought I might talk you through an introduction to one of my favourite surf spots in Tasmania. Just getting to it is an experience in itself. Walking down a cliff and through a massive sea cave, it's just extraordinary. You're in constant awe of the beauty of the place, and it's incredibly picturesque and rugged. The waves are known for their power, even when it's quite small, coming straight out of the Southern Ocean and jumping out of deep water up onto a shallow sandbank. There's a tourist lookout at the car park so you can see exactly what's going on before you head down to the cave. There's a big crowd today, but not in the water. There's only a couple of guys out. They're just tourists. Well, it looks okay, so we chuck the wetties on and head down. The track down to the cave is all steel steps, so it's pretty easy. But there are quite a lot of steps, and coming back up all that way after a big session is a bit of a mission. Good view though. The cave is about 70 metres long, and in summer you can usually walk all the way through. When the swell is big though, you would not want to be in here. Have a look at some of my other vids to see what it can be like. This can fill to the top. There was a wooden walkway at the end and it got washed away once before. Sometimes there's a hole in here and there's a pool and you have to paddle through inside the cave. It's really cool. Only thing is, one year I was paddling, I got halfway through and I realised the thing was full of blue bottles. That was a bit of a worry, but I was wearing a full wetsuit. As you emerge from the cave, the waves are right in front of you. Bit of a novelty spot, but a few little waves out there. We'll see how we go. The paddle out is short, but you usually make a mad dash between sets because they can be hard to duck dive. They're punchy and hit the bottom. The water's always crystal clear here. It's just a beautiful place. When it's real shallow, quite often you actually just walk most of the way out and then just quickly dash, 10 metres and you're out back. But that wasn't the case today. It's still pretty deep. And you can see here that they pull up a bit of sand even though they don't look that big of waves, but they're hitting the bottom most of the time. So yeah, it can be a trick if it's a bit bigger. It's pretty hard to duck dive. Today wasn't as good as it gets by a long shot. There's still not quite enough sand and there's a lot of crossways bouncing off the cliffs. It was still fun though. Took off on this one, but it was a bit short and I tried to slow down and the foam ball caught me from behind and pushed my board out from under me. Next one looked alright. I got a very quick little cover up there and then I didn't quite have the speed to re-enter off that end section. This one was just a bit of a close out. You get that? And then of course after the close out you're going to cop one in the head. It's just part of life. But the moment you get a break, just a quick paddle and you're out again. Doesn't take very long at all, so that's good. You can go hard for a few seconds, get back out. while you're waiting, you can just look up and look at the cliffs and look around. It's just a spectacular place. Beautiful place to spend an afternoon. Normally afternoons when we surf it too. It's just one of those places that likes the arvo. This one was a little bit better, had a bit of a face on it, a bit more of a glimpse of what it would be like if it was a bit cleaner. This one didn't quite do it, but it looked nice for a second. Last one, I get a nice little floater at the end just for something to do. I've got a few before heading back to the cave. So we'll give it a couple of weeks, go back down. If there's no swell in the meantime, should build up a bit more sand, and I reckon it'll be really good next time. Just a little bit shallower and a bit wedgy, rampy, like it should be. Now remember to like and subscribe, and check out my other vids from sunny Tasmania. See you out there.